everybody. Welcome to the mess hall. We're
Welcome back.
Bitches.
Welcome back. This is so
non-bitches.
exciting. We've been, doing so much over the holidays. I had
It's been a while.
anniversary.
2 months off. That's too long. Has it been 2 months? Almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. By the time you hear this episode, it will have been 2 months. So we did a lot. We recorded specials. We holidayed. We spent too much money on our stupid kids.
Yep. Had an anniversary. Tried to get jury duty.
I didn't get you anything for it.
It's all good. We don't even get each other gifts anymore. That's how long we've been together.
Don't worry about the cock.
Yeah, this is, guys, sorry.
Just get rid of it. Throw it. Throw it at the camera. Don't hit the camera. They're expensive. New studio. We're still figuring out what we want, our stuff. Jamie wanted a cock, and not anymore.
The cock didn't want me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Well, look, you got a fat cat over there. That's fun.
Isn't it cute?
That is good. It reminds me of me. Well, not really, but it just reminds me of bad posture. I gotta sit up straight.
Can we?
If I sit up too straight, my fucking head is cut out of the. If I sit up straight, I can't get.
I can't see myself.
That's
Can
just
we?
poor. That's poor timing. Poor whatever planning. That's my fault. We got a new producer, Mike.
Yay.
Show your face, you handsome devil. Come on, Mike. We'll get there. Wait, no, I'm looking at that. I didn't even know. You're the only one who can see that. That's funny. Yeah, so that's Mike.
Vape in hand.
We found him on the side of the road, and we told him we'd give him a shower and a haircut, and he could stop living in the kryptonite basement.
Still waiting on the shower and the haircut.
He refused the shower.
And the haircut, but we were in trouble because Ben left us high and dry.
We are not saying that.
I said it.
That.
No, we're not cutting any of that. It's too much work. Plus, he's a homeless man. He can't. He doesn't know how to use computers.
Literally our new producer. We love him. We're so excited.
Very excited. All new crew. I mean, one out of the 30% new. If a company got 30% all new people, they'd be like, wow, that's a lot.
I know.
So think about it like that. He vapes. I just learned that right now about him. What flavor is that?
Tropical Rainbow Blast.
Ooh, man. All right.
Tropical Rainbow Blast.
Are you single, Mike?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Fresh out of a divorce, right?
Yeah. Paperwork's not signed, but yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. A
ladies.
divorcee is good. Honestly, I really think they are good. They know what they don't want.
You're still married. What do you know about?
So I waited.
I have so many friends dating divorcees.
I waited 35 years to get married. And got married, and it lasted 9 months.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then she came home. I came home from work one day, and she was like, I want to leave you. And I was like, okay. And, yeah, we didn't yell. There was no fighting, nothing. She just.
Hey, that's not so bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's her full name?
Man, I can't imagine that. That's wild.
Well,
Imagine caring so little about the person that you married that when they're like, I want to leave you, you're like, yeah, cool. And she's like, yeah, cool.
You didn't want to, were you over it too? Or are you just like, yeah, I'm not going to
No, so the way that I looked at it was, one, I loved her enough to let her go because I didn't want her to spend the rest of her life just like resenting the marriage and not being happy. And then two, the way I saw it was if things are good and she's not happy and leaves, like imagine if I got hurt at work and like she had to take care of me, like she obviously like wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I figured that it was best
to be sitting in bed with shit on your ass. You couldn't do anything.
So I figured it would be best to like end it like early.
This is what you say on dates. That was so sweet what you just said.
You do not say that on dates.
When people ask about the ex,
I love my ex-wife so much.
When women ask about the ex, you guys, men are so dumb. This is what we want to hear. We want to hear about
the only ex that I am not friends with.
I'm friends with all my exes.
Would be my ex-wife.
Yeah, I'm friends with all my
every
exes.
other ex I'm friends with.
There's not a bigger turnoff than when a man treats his ex, his mom, the waitress, the
ex and the mom get grouped in with a waitress.
I'm saying all this stuff. Like men think that women want, or maybe some insecure women do, but that women want to see you be like an asshole. No, you want to hear about the ex, that he treated her well, that he was sweet to her, but he's so over her. You can be both. I don't know.
Well,
I don't think that I think that that's what women want to believe about themselves, but at the end of the day, I do think that they like assholes.
I don't know. I'm not an asshole. I like to. If you talk to comics, they'll be like, he's an asshole. But I don't think I'm an asshole. I'm real like.
It's nuanced. I think you and I are the same in this
hard.
way.
It's hard to. I can't realistic. Like I can't really be mean to somebody. I'm bad at that.
I wanted to
bad.
hate you so bad, dude.
For no reason. And you know what? I remember you said this.
There was a reason.
Is it something we can talk about on the podcast?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, let's hear it. I have no idea.
Uptight right now.
No, I'm not uptight about it. I'll actually remember. And one time. You might be on my. If you go to my website, andrewyoungblood.com.
The screenshot.
I think I quoted you on my website,
and you posted a screenshot too. But you asked me. You're like, "Hey, can I?"
Yeah. Okay. See. Yeah. But I remember you sending me that.
No. So for there was like an 18-month period where every girl that I hooked up with had like some kind of history with you.
Well, you need to. That sounds like a you problem, buddy.
I
don't want to know who these girls are either.
No, we're not. I'm not going to name any.
We're not on the podcast, but I would like to know.
I am loving what's happening.
It was immature of me, because I'm just like, man, fuck this guy. Because the thing is they all spoke so highly of you too. So I was like, man, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He was at first like iffy on this story, but by the end, I feel like you were on board.
Well, no, mainly because you know me on the pod. I try to keep personal stuff quiet, but this is funny.
You gotta make a commercial out of this.
He made me like him through his comedy. So I looked him up on YouTube, and his bit about the chick doing mushrooms at Lola's
is a bit I don't even do. I hate that bit. It was
the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life.
That's just because he's been to Lola's.
Because the exact same thing happened to me at Lola's.
Yeah.
Like the exact same thing.
With the same girl.
It's very possible.
Because I asked if it was who I thought it was, and you said no.
No. That was a baby mama. That was a and I can't imagine. What are you? Are you a white guy?
Why do people?
Because you look Mexican all the time.
Is it the mullet? Like, what is it? Like, I don't like. I'm so white, dude. Like,
okay,
I'm super white.
I hope you have your photo up right now so they can. You be the judge, people. You look a little Hispanic.
I get that a lot, but I mean, I have blue eyes and I'm super pale, so I don't.
I can't tell the blue eyes.
Yeah, women can't.
What would you?
I would have guessed. I would have guessed half.
Halfy, yeah. You look like a half breed.
I'm like as white as it gets, dude.
Damn,
it's funny.
I'm so white, I'm clear.
You're a little too upset by us thinking that you're half.
Yeah. I get it. No,
it just happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like
I think it could be a couple things. It's the way you dress. The Nikes. I dress fucking very similar, but Nike wise and stuff. But like that, you got like a Mexican drug dealer vibe. Like you totally like if.
So what's different between like that vibe and like if we were in New Jersey, would it be like a mafia vibe?
I could be like, what are you?
I think if you shaved your facial hair, you'd look white. I think something about this part of you that's showing seems
the dark hair.
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't maybe because you got so much beard and hair going on. That you don't look that pale. If we saw that full ass face, we'd be like, "That's a whitey."
Our skin tone is like the same. Like it's like the.
I'm showing more skin.
Yeah,
I like that. I think maybe not though. I don't know.
I'm so white, dude.
My beard's a little kept.
You might be tanner than me.
Well, I don't know.
This is way too long that we're spending on his ethnicity.
We got the people want to know. Mike,
do you want to talk about your special? Do you want to talk about the holidays?
We can talk about whatever you want, except for London. No.
So much.
The special did get recorded, and it is being released on March 28th.
Hey.
Finally have a date. It just came out today. Yesterday is actually when the date came out. So the date I'm releasing a special came out today.
He's releasing the special on March 28th, y'all. So exciting.
So March 28th, it's coming out. I'm very excited. Got podcasts lined up and so I'll be all over the place and
I'm really excited to see it because I didn't get to see it live, so it'll be a surprise for me.
Well, you've probably seen a lot of those jokes because you've seen me at other shows. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe some, but
I saw you at some mics working out some material, but
okay.
I don't think I saw you.
All right. Well, then you'll see about 45 to an hour of bullshit. But people liked it a lot. We did 4 shows. You opened 2 of them. That was very fun.
Friday. Thank you.
We're not using any of those shows.
Is it literally all Saturday?
Unrelated.
I think you did great.
Yeah. Saturday night late show was the best show by far.
So it's exclusively from one show.
I would say it's going to be 90% from that show.
That's awesome.
There are 2 jokes that are going to come from maybe the first show, and then after that, all last show. There's something about that last show. It was magical.
That's awesome.
I've only said that about a handful of shows, and that was one of them. The other one, Butte, Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. And
it is
magical.
always random like that.
It was just random. It was like a theater. I just got out of this the day before we did the worst show that ever happened. I mean, I was opening for Mark on both shows, and the day before we do 2 shows, early, late show. Early show, fine. Late show, shit show. Everyone's hammered. Sold out show, big theater. For whatever reason, there was a little bit of a snowstorm, but not too crazy. Half of the people don't show up. So we're in a half full theater now and it's sold out. So it's all confusing, but half full theater. And so they're hammered and they're chanting Mark's name. They're like, Mark, 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 Mark. And then I get brought up on stage and they're like still chanting Mark. I go, you got me for 30 minutes, assholes. Like, fuck you. And then I go in and they're so fucking drunk and I'm just like yelling at them and they're yelling.
30?
Yeah. We're just yelling at each other. But here's the thing. Mark is out there. They're no goddamn better. They're just yelling at Mark. They're just like, queef. They're just like shit like that. That kind of, maybe bleep it.
I'll bleep that.
but they were yelling that stuff. I wasn't lying, but they were like yelling crazy shit. And at one point, Mark was like, what the hell are you guys doing? This show sucks. It was like, this is a hell gig. This is a horrible show. And then everyone cheered. And it was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And then we just went and drank at a hotel, and it was a weird hotel because there was like a mermaid, they hire a mermaid.
Oh, I remember you saying this. Yeah.
That was kind of neat. But the next day, I don't know if it's because those shows were so shitty. The next day we go out on the way, we go to a hot spring, we sit in that, and then we go to Butte or one of those fucking Montana towns. I thought it was Butte, but it could be something else. And it was awesome. It was so good. It was 2 shows, and I remember like going up, making a couple jokes, and I was like, oh my God, this crowd's awesome. And then it just the whole time never fucking stopped. Had a heckler, but they were just drunk, and then like made it a big funny thing real quick, moved on, and then closed it. And then I got off stage and Mark was like, that was the best I've ever seen. He goes, that should have been your special. This was before when I was just talking about filming my special. So it was awesome. It was cool.
That's awesome. Who's in Butte? What are the people like in Butte?
You know what was interesting? Sold a ton of merch, right? Ton. Made a good amount of money. But most people do when they come through, they buy a merch. I go, hey, thanks so much. If you liked me, follow me on Instagram, YouTube, blah, 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 all this stuff. And they all usually go, all right, cool. Here's a little QR code, and then they'll scan it. And 90% of them are like, we're not on the internet. People in Montana have gone to Montana to get away. They want to not live in the world that we fucking live in, and they're smart for it. But they don't have any of that. So
I feel like people of a certain age, are they also like a certain?
No, they were my age. I mean, I guess that's a certain age. But there was like young and there's older. It was mostly 30s though. I think comedy fans in general are 30, 30s and up.
Are they? I don't know. I feel like at Secret Group. By the way, I don't even know if I should mention this, but I heard that January has been like an amazing month at Secret Group.
What the hell is that? What'd you drop?
I guess my phone. Guys, God damn it.
God damn it. You don't have to hold on to your phone. We're not even on
I know.
them.
I just
put it right.
I put it under my ass. I don't know
how
it ended up there.
You don't have much, so
God damn it.
how are you going to hold anything with that thing?
Stop
I think
it.
that's,
I do so many squats. I work out a lot. You're going to come to Solid Core with me, and we're going to work out together.
I don't know what that is, but I'm not going, especially if I'm going to get an ass like you. I want a juicy bubble or something, you know?
Add this to the commercial for the dating thing. Add that at the end. Just put
No, for
right
me.
there at the
I'm
end.
not talking. I want one. I want like a, you know, I want a strong ass. You got 2 pancakes
Keep
and some
going.
syrup, which is pretty gross. I don't know. We haven't done a podcast in a while. What the hell?
Shaking off the cobwebs by talking about.
Oh yeah. Speaking
ass.
of shaking off the cobwebs, when was the last time you had sex, Jamie?
Yesterday. We have a good. My relationship isn't fun to talk about because like, it's really.
'Cause we're happy.
Yeah, it's good. It's really the best thing in my life. He's so amazing.
I don't know if that's sad or it seems happy, I guess.
It honestly is great. We did have our anniversary this month. That was exciting. The first weekend of January opened for Jared Freed. That was exciting. I didn't get picked for jury duty. That was exciting. There's so much to catch up on.
What'd you do to get out of it? Say the N-word?
I literally was just even before they started doing jury questioning, because there's the part where like the judge stands up and just tells you like, these are what laws are, like innocent till proven guilty, blah blah blah, and then he like pop quizzed us, like kept asking questions. And then it got to a point where he was like, ma'am, are you a lawyer? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, maybe you can stop talking and answering questions and let someone else speak. So like already I was annoying.
Wait, you got in trouble? What?
And
what did you? I'm confused. Hold on. Why were you answering questions when you weren't supposed to?
No, he was like, I want verbal responses to things. And then he was like, raise your hand. He would like pop quiz us after like telling us what some of the like Fifth Amendment rights that the defendant has and this and that. And he said, do you understand that? Everybody say yes. I need to have it for the court reporter. If you understand, say yes.
It's like sitting in the exit row on an airplane.
Yeah, exactly like that. And then raise your hand if you know the answer to XYZ questions, so we know you're ready to be on a jury. And I kept raising my hand, like annoying teacher's pet, I guess. And he was like, ma'am,
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
And also, I 3-hour street parked my car, so I didn't realize I was going to be there that long. Had to go move my car. Everybody in the courtroom had to wait for me for 10 minutes. It was on a break, so I thought I would have time. Did not. And then the judge told everyone I was in the bathroom. So when I came back in,
you dumped.
Everybody thought that I had been shitting for like the past 20 minutes.
I assume that they think you were throwing up. Self-induced.
Hey, I mean, they might not be wrong.
I think it's amazing.
Embarrassing.
Mike, have you ever gotten a jury duty thing in the mail?
Yes.
And have you ever gone?
No.
What's wrong with you, Jamie? I've gotten. There's no way they could prove that you got those things.
They don't even make me go, because now you can just go online and there's a little questionnaire. And as soon as you put that you've committed a crime and been convicted of a crime, you're immediately disqualified.
Damn.
Now I have a reason to commit a crime.
I've been arrested a couple times.
Even a misdemeanor.
I don't have any.
You can't serve on a jury with a misdemeanor?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to serve on a jury anyways, and I got nothing. I had a couple almost misdemeanors, but then they got dropped.
Why'd they get dropped?
Well, I'm more curious on what kind of criminal we have producing this podcast.
Mike, let's hear it.
Do you mind if we, first of all, if you don't want to share, we'll move on. But if you are okay with sharing,
we won't move on.
And we would like to play a game where we guess until we get it correctly.
Okay, but which time?
Oh, okay. Well, let's start with the least offensive one. So you have 2 misdemeanors, no felony. Can you vote?
I have 2 misdemeanors and 1 felony.
Ooh, no voting over here, huh?
Yeah, I've never gotten to vote.
Ever? You got one early.
Yeah,
it's drugs, all day. That'd be my first
felony.
One. Yeah.
No.
Really, assault?
Nope.
This could turn from fun to not
I
fun
would imagine.
real quick.
I imagine he's smart enough where if it was something.
No, it's a funny story.
All right, hold on.
It's a
All right, so it's
funny
not drugs, and Grand Theft Auto.
No.
You got a guess, James? I've never called you that before.
Armed robbery.
No.
No, come on, dude. That face? That's a childlike face under there.
I know.
There's
That's
no
why
way.
nobody would expect it. It's the perfect crime.
Whew, man, drugs. But there is a drugs in there, right?
So my 2 misdemeanors are both marijuana.
There you go. Possession or selling?
Possession. I got arrested on 420 with an ounce. And then the second time I got arrested with a joint.
Damn.
I had to do jail time for both of them.
Damn. Texas, we suck, dude.
Wait,
That would've been-
felony intent to sell. So the bigger amount intent to sell, right?
No, I think he would have said when I said
Oh,
drugs.
you said no drugs.
I said
Okay.
drugs. I think he would have said that. Oh, man. Not theft, not drugs. Well, not Grand Theft Auto. Could be a different kind of theft. Ooh, did you steal someone's identity?
No.
Damn. All right. I think I'm running out of ideas here.
I feel like
Can you give us a hint?
It's a very broad, vague term for a
hold for the
crime.
train.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear that. But I don't, but yeah, I don't know. I give up. All right. You want to tell us? Well, do you have any more guesses?
No, I can't. It's all too intense.
I know. And it's too soon. We hardly know the guy.
So I went to, I left for college when I was 17.
Okay.
And then I turned 18. And 2 months after my 18th birthday, I was at a fraternity party.
Uh-oh.
And I got really drunk. And I was wearing a George W. Bush hat. And these frat guys like made a comment about my hat. And so I ended up like getting in a fight. Which, I mean, I call it a fight, but it was really like 15 frat guys just beating the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You punched a rich kid in the face.
No. So you guessed assault. That wasn't it. So
All right.
So I went back to the dorm room.
Ooh. Burned it down. Arson.
And one of the guys that was actually it was one of the guys that I thought did it.
Damn.
It ended up not being
Poor guy.
the same guy, but I kicked his door in and took everything out of his room, and I set up his room outside, like everything like in its place, but just outside.
Yeah.
And they charged me with burglary of habitation, and they tried to give me 12 years.
Jesus Christ.
But then I got it dropped down to in Nebraska, which is where I was. They had what's called a class 4 felony, which here we don't have. It's like ABC, I think. Before they dropped it down to criminal mischief. So my official felony is criminal mischief,
Which is a fun felon. That's a fun name.
But is it theft if you didn't even remove the items from the property?
Well, they did.
I removed it from the property.
Yeah.
I took it outside, and I.
Well, he's not saying is that his ride never came, so he was just out there with all this stuff.
I tried to leave.
By the way, that is a hilarious thing to do.
Oh yeah, I would.
You'd think that the judge would have seen the humor there.
Yeah.
So, in the newspaper, like painted me as like a gangbanger from Houston because I was in this small Nebraska town.
Half Mexican.
And it was also,
Did you have the facial hair?
And it was also an election year, and Still Tipping it just came out, so you know we were feeling some kind of way.
Yeah. See? You can see why we think you're Mexican. A little bit. You can see it a little bit, dude. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the Mexican people. You should embrace your non-Mexican heritage.
Youngblood loves the Mexican people.
Yeah, we do. I got one of my own.
I know.
It's pretty fun. You know.
That's what I was implying.
I visited. I've been inside.
Is that the funniest
Add
felony?
that to the commercial.
It's a funny felony, right?
It's pretty good.
It's a silly felony.
It's pretty good. I almost had a felony.
I think it's creative too. Like I would think that you wouldn't have gotten such an intense punishment. That's crazy.
My lawyer was like, "This is insane. This is literally just a college prank, and they're trying to give you 12 years." It was an election year too.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. That's nuts. I almost had a felony, got dropped down to a charge that was called menacing, And that was the coolest thing I ever, like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And
Very fitting.
Time served and menacing. I was in jail for a little less than 2 weeks.
Give your most menacing face.
I think it's just
So
nice.
Look directly at the
Menacing
camera.
can be stamped on your face.
Yeah, it looks like a mugshot.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like menacing would be more, you got to lift a brow. You're good at moving your brows too, I feel like. Look at those
Hold
things.
on, let me try to look evil. I don't know.
Gotta lift a brow.
I don't know. I don't want to break the camera. If I get too menacing.
Menacing, that's pretty cool.
I thought it was neat. And you know what's funny? The only reason I got arrested is because I had this party when I was in college. Copycat. No, I had a party. A guy had just gotten a kid had just died the week before. That's not why we were having the party. Just unrelated. He was
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, no. We had a party the week before this guy drove himself into a tree. Unfortunate, right? But we didn't know him.
He did drive himself into the
Yeah,
tree.
we didn't do it, you know. But small college town, so we are drinking. We're having. I'm like the next party, basically, right? We didn't want to cancel the party for this guy we didn't know, and no one said, "Hey, we're gonna crack down on this," you know. So they decided to crack down on parties of underage drinkers. I'm 19, maybe. We have about 50 to 60 people there. It's not too crazy. We're all drinking, having a good time. The cops come in, they bust it open. They start IDing everybody. There's one 21-year-old there, and then I don't know half the people there. And so there's people with the age of 16 all the way up to 20, like mostly 20, right? Because I was 19. There's a couple 20-year-olds. There's a couple 18-year-olds. Like it was, you know, whatever.
Some 17-year-olds.
Exactly. So you know how college parties are. That's just is what it is, right? And so we have this party. They get busted up. They ID everybody. There's young people there. You know, everyone's underage, and the cop's like, "Where'd you guys get the booze?" And I'm not a snitch. I'm not a rat. There was one guy who was 21. He might have been 22, but there's one guy of legal age to drink at that party, and he bought all that booze for us. That's how that shit worked. But our go-to was always, I got a bum to buy it for me, right? I just got a bum to buy it for me, and that's what we would do all the time. And so I tell him that, and he goes, "Well, I'm going to let you know now, someone in here is going to get in trouble. This guy's been caught for doing this before." And I go, "Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I got it from a bum." And in my head, with like confidence, thought I was just going to get a ticket. You know, it's just kids getting drunk, right? How bad? Those motherfuckers threw me in jail. They put me and my roommate in handcuffs. They arrested us. They took us to jail. It was over like Christmas break, so I spent Christmas and New Year's Eve in jail. I remember watching the clock, the analog clock tick. It gets to midnight, and I just go, "Happy fucking New Year."
Wait, what? How long were you in jail
I
for?
told you, like just under 2 weeks. And
Was it for contributing to the delinquency of a minor?
that was it. And so I get out of jail, right? I get out of jail, and then I am getting in front of a judge, and the judge is like, "How long have you been in jail?" And I go, "I don't know, since this date." And they're like, "How the hell have you been in jail this long? For a party?" And then they go, "All the charges are dropped down to this. We're just gonna." So it's not even a misdemeanor. It's something out like menacing. I don't even know what it is. But it also was my first thing, so it's not even on my record anymore.
Oh, so I guarantee you what happened is that
He gave me time served. And he was like, "You were in there too long."
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have been in there that long, but the courts were probably closed for the holidays.
Exactly. That's 100% what it was.
Yeah.
So I just got stuck in there by the time I got out, they're like,
But you didn't call a bail bondsman or something? Like, you couldn't just
"Oh,
like,
no. I called my mama."
You don't get bail until you go to court.
Yeah. But I called my mom, and she goes, "Good luck." She's a real piece of work.
I swear I was bailed out when I went to jail.
Yeah.
You want to hear
But
the worst part?
Your bail has to be set if the court's closed.
Houston's good about doing, like, you know, Houston will put you in front of a judge at fucking 5 a.m.
the next day.
Yeah. This was New York, upstate New York. I got arrested at like 3 a.m, and it was on like the weekend before Christmas. So it was like, you know, it was unfortunate timing and all that. And the worst part about it is I didn't turn this guy in. I didn't snitch on him. And the only reason that's the worst part is because I smoked a lot of weed back then. And when they busted in, when they knocked on the door, I ran, grabbed all the weed I had, and I stuffed it and hid it inside the disposal of my kitchen sink. And then when I got back out, I was so ready to smoke weed. And I went in there and it was gone. Someone stole it from me.
And it was that guy.
That
that
motherfucker. That motherfucker stole it, and 2 years later came clean and cried to me when he was on mushrooms. And I was like, this piece of shit.
I mean, he was like the only 21-year-old at a party buying y'all booze all the time.
He was
like,
buying booze
he's
for
obviously
children.
a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm still friends with the guy.
Of course you are.
Yeah. I'm a forgiving soul.
You also think it's like, I think I've noticed you think it's like exciting to be around people who like could be potentially very dangerous. Remember at the beginning of the podcast, you telling that story about
you think
the
Ben's
guy,
dangerous, dude?
the guy. I'm talking about the guy who was like your Latin, like you're like, we can't say his name because he's in prison right now, but we loved hanging out with him. The Austin guy, the little Hispanic dude.
Well, I don't know if he's in prison. I don't know. He was wild. And that was more of a crazy story about a crazy guy. I hated hanging out with that guy.
A bad person.
Well, you don't know why. Just because he's gay?
Stop.
What?
I'm queen
Is
of the
that
gays.
why? Well,
no.
Queen of the gays. Okay.
Listen, it is because he hurt people.
We think.
He was
I've never seen him
allegedly.
do it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
The fear in your eyes when you talked about him, you're like, we can't say
he
his
was
name
terrifying.
'cause he's violent.
Yeah, I did see. He was, you know how dangerous this guy was? This guy was probably Jamie's size. Maybe 30 pounds on Jamie, like small guy. Not scary to me at all. There was a guy that was probably the size of me and Mike put together. Like I'm talking almost 400 pounds, fucking neck tattoo, big swole dude. And we're on this party bus.
All you have to do is run.
We're on this party bus, and I see this guy that's your size gets in this guy's face and just slaps the shit out of him in front of all of us. And we're like, what the fuck? And he sat there and took it because he knew if he did something, some crazier shit was going to happen, which is crazy because that dude could have snapped him in half. So that's what kind of dangerous that guy was.
Think about like what power can get you. Think about all the richest dudes. They're like little, like slimy little.
Yeah,
like,
you get a whole island.
Yeah. By the way, can we talk about I know it's behind the actual like news of it because this was early January, but those Epstein documents were. Speaking of,
I didn't even look at them.
It was fucking hilarious.
I was too scared I'd see Tom Hanks.
Of course. So, thoughts and prayers and all that. But like
thoughts and prayers to who?
The victims.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant people on the list. I was like, wait, what?
No.
It is funny. The only thing I find funny about that is there's all the people on the list. And then here's a list of the people. Also, they just like went there. They had no idea what was going on, but they were on the flight.
Don't you feel bad for the dude that was like, just going there to like legit hang out? Like him and his wife went to the beach. Yeah, we like went on the jet skis. And it was such a great time.
Katherine Heigl or something was on it. Like some 90s actress and she's just like a good person. And you're like, oh, huh, interesting.
But my favorite one, the best one, and we can talk about it because it was a scam. Spoiler alert. But like the Stephen Hawking stuff, like that made
he was
my
a
day.
bad person.
Okay, but
hold on. This is what I heard, and I could be wrong. I didn't pay.
Yeah, tell me what you heard, and I want to read exactly what
I heard. That he went there, and when he was there, he would like to see little people solve math equations on a board slightly out of reach.
Yeah. So literally,
he'd make them attempt to solve it, but they couldn't reach it.
Did Jeffrey ever talk about Stephen Hawking's proclivities? The respondent answers, yes, he liked watching undressed midgets solve complex equations on a too high up chalkboard.
That's crazy. And you liked that?
That was a scam. That was not true. They like faked it to make it look like court documents. It
also, you're not supposed
wasn't.
to say midget. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I only know one.
That was a literal. I was reading
she
it off of my phone.
She is queen of the midgets.
Yeah. I'm queen of the gays and the gay midgets.
I think you call them midges. Midges.
I am like.
I think it's dwarfs.
I thought little people.
I think they like to be called dwarfs now.
I'm not sure. They change it up a lot.
I think that it's all about what's in your heart. Can we just...
Can't call him shorty.
I mean...
That's,
I'm going to read the thing as it said. It said midgets.
Would you read the thing if it said another word?
I would quote.
She had a pass.
You would quote anything.
No. Don't
You
say
would
that.
quote. Pull
No,
up.
you were trying to get me to say shit. I will not quote anything.
Quote it and clip it, baby.
By the way, you're the same age as me. Did you ever rap in high school?
I mean, at parties, yeah. I mean,
let's hear it now.
There's some stuff on the internet if you looked hard enough.
Let's hear it now.
No.
Would you ever quote songs and sing along?
Oh, did I say the N-word when I was a kid? Yes.
Guess who didn't?
Yeah. Well, you just didn't know any. That's all. He didn't have any black friends.
Doesn't change the fact.
Yeah. No. And also, I never said it. I never said it. Any white kid who lived out in the suburbs at any point in their life, in their 30s, for sure said it. Now, did we say it in a negative way? No. But did we say, "What's up, my N-word"? All of the time.
Isn't that worse? That's like me saying I'm queen of the gays.
From 2002 to 2010, it was completely like okay, like nobody had a problem with it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
To the point where like when it became a problem, you had to go back and
it was
scrub
too
your
late.
Facebook.
Yo, yeah, man. Facebook memories scared the shit out of me about 5 years ago. It was like 10 years ago. I go, "What's up, my?" Oh shit! I was so terrified.
Mike, you're our age. I feel like there's not that much
How old
to
are you,
scrub
Mike?
for us.
I'm 36.
Yeah.
I never did blackface. I know that.
No, I never did it, but I did go as crisscross for Halloween once, but I didn't do the face.
You just wore your clothes backwards?
Yeah, that's basically. I just wore.
That's the laziest costume.
Well, I also borrowed a jersey.
Crisscross.
I borrowed a jersey and I made a big fucking fake necklace.
You had to borrow a jersey?
Yeah. I was an emo kid, dude. I didn't give a shit about fucking sports.
I wear a lot of athletic wear for a guy that's not very athletic.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a big athleisure guy. I put the leisure in athleisure.
It's nice. I wear athleisure almost exclusively.
I don't wear it out, but I wear it at the. I mean, I got 40. Not 40. That's a lie. I don't want to lie to everyone. But I have 12 to 13 pairs of Nike sweatpants. And probably 30 hoodies.
I
And
have
the ramen
16
too.
Adidas tracksuits.
Damn, dude. I always want to wear a tracksuit, but it makes me feel like I'd look too Russian.
Mike, if you're going on a date, what do you throw on?
Just whatever I wear normally.
A tracksuit.
Tracksuit bottom, tuxedo top.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about these new tables is I don't even have pants on, dude.
Yeah, actually, it's
All right,
upsetting.
If I was going to like a nicer restaurant, I'd probably wear like my nice tracksuit. I don't know. Or maybe just
Your
like
nice tracksuit.
Do you have like a velvet tracksuit?
It's velour.
You do not.
Yeah.
Mike, can I?
What's wrong with
Can
velour?
you please wear it next time?
Yeah, it's gonna be
No,
kinda hot in
nothing's
here.
wrong with
It
it.
is
It's
warm
amazing.
in this new room.
Oh yeah, especially in velour.
I would be
Yeah.
psyched if I went on a date with a dude to a nice dinner. I'm not even joking. And he showed up in a velour tracksuit
But
and
you're
like
married
a
and
chain.
happy.
I'm talking about fun. This would be fun.
Buy him a velour tracksuit and tell him to take you out.
He would never
Why
put
not?
that on.
He's not cool enough.
I think it's pretty cool. He looks a lot like Ben Gibbard.
I don't know who that is.
Well,
Who?
I've already shown you. The guy from Death Cab. He looks damn near identical.
Really? Everybody always says he looks like a guy that he actually hates, so I think it's really funny. Is what's that actor who like hates oil and gas and he's all big on climate change, and I feel like he was the
That
voice,
sounds awesome.
a voice of a documentary, but he also is an actor and he has like black wavy hair, kind of grayish. He's like 50-ish. Mark Ruffalo.
Why didn't you say the Hulk?
I don't watch. That is like the last.
He just did the thing.
You know the best. You know the best friend from 13 going on 30.
I have legitimately never.
Did like the most like who he is from the documentary where you never see him or anything, but he's got curly hair. Like what?
I never have seen the Hulk. That is so outside of anything I'm interested in. I hate that shit. I do have a recommendation. Oh my god, have you guys watched Love on the Spectrum?
No, but
Yes.
I keep hearing a local comic has a bit about it.
Okay, the
I've
new
watched
season
it for
came
a
out.
long
It's
time.
amazing.
The
It's
old
amazing.
one. Have you watched the old one?
Yeah, I've watched all of
Yeah,
them.
they're fun. I'm 3 episodes in the new one, and it's cool. I get it. I fell asleep to it last night.
Yeah,
couldn't even get hard.
That is the point, though. It's so sweet. It's so wholesome. It's like if you're kind of like we're a little bit like.
I'm wholesome and
sad
sweet. What are you talking
sacky, you know.
You're a happily married person.
I know.
You're not in the sad club, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike can be in it.
Yeah,
and I don't know Mike very well.
Yeah, my wife left me. Okay.
Yeah,
hold
dude.
on. I'm not in the sad club. But, I mean, there's a lot of other sad shit that I don't share. But I'm not in the sad club. You're right. You're
in the
right
happily married
I'm in the
club.
anxious club.
You're in the Abercrombie club.
Damn, dude.
It is so funny how people view me. I don't understand how people view me. It is wild.
That's crazy. Dude.
It is.
Those jeans were too overpriced.
Has anybody ever went out of their way to assist you in something that they didn't have to for no reason?
Yes.
If you're talking about having a vagina and you don't have one of those,
no,
sure. That is the main reason people haven't done that for y'all.
That's not a vagina thing.
People help me all the time.
It's called pretty privilege.
Oh my God. Say it
to,
again. What was the first word you said?
It happens to men too.
Wait, Mike.
Pretty privilege.
Say the first word.
Pretty?
Guys, she's 37. She's still pretty.
I call it could be a little skinnier privilege.
You fucking bitch. By the way, did you notice when you told that story earlier about the Hispanic dude who's dangerous and may or may not be in prison and be coming for you? You said at one point, same size as Jamie, and I almost burst into tears. And then you were like 30 pounds on Jamie, and I was like...
Yeah, no, he was tiny. When he comes into town, I'll introduce you. We'll all grow up.
Do you know what it feels like, Mike, though, to have people think that that's your only value? Because that sucks.
What?
Is that getting too real for the podcast?
Wow, okay.
So I know what it's like in a similar way. Not that way, but I know what it's like for people to think that you only have value in one thing. If that makes
Literally,
sense.
I never shut the fuck up. And do you want to know why? Because I'm so desperate for people to understand me, to hear me. I mean, comedy is part of that, but literally when it does leave you with a fucked up complex, my life is great. I'm not complaining. I'm not a victim. I get it. Privilege, blah, blah, blah. But it fucking sucks for people to think that's it. That's the whole extent of it. There's no intellect. There's no humor. There's no kindness. There's no fucking anything. It leaves you with a massive chip on your fucking shoulder.
And you've got at least one of those four things.
I think that it's probably harder.
Honestly, when you're mean to me, I feel closer to you.
Wow.
Is that weird?
I can't tell if you like it or not. So.
I kind of do. It makes me feel at home. I think that's why we have a good rapport, because you're the worst.
Wow, that's pretty rude.
I'm kidding. I love you.
So on the podcast, obviously, new studio. We're trying to make some changes. We upgraded everything. We got a new producer. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to try a couple different things that we'd like to do with you guys, because we're not the only messy people. You guys aren't the only messy people. Mike's done some hard research for us every week for the past today, where he got some videos of some messing people that we would like to maybe watch and share our thoughts on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What do we got? I almost call him Ben every time. Oh, you got to pull it over.
Mike, I don't
you already
almost
know.
call you
You know
Ben.
what you're doing. Do. Dead air time.
I did think that was Ben's car out there.
Huh? What kind of car do you drive? No. Oh,
I have a Durango.
Yeah. All right. You would. Sorry. All right, let's do this. Full screen it up. They can see this.
This one is called Family Dollar Argument.
They can see it on the screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Getting shit, you can get your pants and go. I want my shirt. But I told you ain't getting shit. I want my shirt. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna lose your job? Mel, get this bitch because you already know. You already know. Get your shirt out of here. Get this bitch.
They won't sell this lady a shirt. I don't know why yet.
Damn, look at those pants that just walked by, dude.
Call corporate. Fuck out of here. Well, that's fine.
These leggings are hot.
And you're not getting shit like the fuck I said.
Because you already know is something I've always wanted to say to somebody.
We're not selling you guys anything.
Why? Why aren't they selling her anything? What did she do in this Dollar General?
I'm thinking she copped an attitude.
I can refuse sale to anyone.
Where's the sign?
Where's your
Why do you gotta have a sign?
Where's your sign? You working a little video?
That's okay. Tara, stop. That's okay. I'll send this to corporate. I've been recording the whole time. I'll send this to corporate.
Every time I come
She will lose her job.
Dude, corporate Dollar General is just a guy fucking smoking a cigarette and doing bumps of coke in the back, dude.
That's okay. We'll come back later.
Why are you coming back, dude?
I love how some white trash Karen is just like
Oh,
Ain't nobody talking to you.
threatening with some.
what is there just one? What is in the hair? Well, there's just one thing. She got a bandana on.
Pick her phone up.
Damn, she wants to fight, dude.
This employee is way too into.
Dude,
The guy on the scooter.
just slowly going by. Damn, dude.
By the way, look at this lady with the fucking
cool.
sunglasses on inside. She's
She not
living her
even-
best
she's not
life.
even working, dude. Ah, look at that white toe. You knew it was a white bitch with that phone, dude.
Of course, I'm gonna.
This is the next one.
You're doing too much.
Oh,
Why you
another dollar.
We were just watching fight video.
Hold on. Sorry, this isn't the next one.
Oh,
It just
sorry.
auto.
Oh, we just got on the Family Dollar argument train, dude. That's too much.
All right, before we start the next one, what'd y'all think of that one?
I don't know, man. I knew it was. I'm glad at first I wasn't sure if it was a white lady holding the phone. I was pretty sure. I was 90% sure. But then when she walked away, you could see her little chubby toes.
You didn't hear what she said too. She said in the like whitest voice ever, like, "I'm gonna call corporate."
Yeah, of course. But I'm not gonna. I don't assume.
I mean,
But sometimes I do.
we
I
knew
did
that was
assume
a-
it was white, but I just needed confirmation, and I knew it. And the poor lady, who, I mean, maybe she lost her temper a little bit.
Yeah, come on. I
But,
feel like you're trying to be way too appropriate right
No,
now.
I'm not appropriate at all.
The
She went
employ-
crazy. I was a fan. I would have been on her side if I was there.
No.
I'd been like, get her.
No.
That's me.
This is so opposite of like everything I believe in. Both of them are way too bothered. If you let someone bother you that much, you're letting them win. You're showing them you give a shit about them. It would have been so much cooler if she acted like the lady in the purple sunglasses. There was a lady in the purple sunglasses holding her back, being like, "It's all good."
She got involved.
Like,
She didn't have to get involved at the end. She could have just let it happen, dude.
just let them fight.
Let it
She's like, "Don't
happen,
go to
dude."
jail for this dumb bitch.
Yeah.
It's not worth it." And by the way,
Sometimes it is
Mike,
worth
did I
it.
tell you what jury duty was? My jury duty was for, what the case was?
No.
It's like you knew. So it was for a murder at a Dollar General.
What?
And by the way, this is where I'm at with comedy.
It's 5 seconds after this video. It's literally the second part of this. That's what it was.
I looked up the crime after I did the jury duty and wasn't selected. And then I literally 2 days later, this was just 2 days ago, did a comedy show 2 doors down in a strip mall from that Dollar General. So that's how my comedy career is going.
Damn, dude. The murder general.
Yeah.
Everything bad that happens in a Dollar General, a Walmart, or a Waffle House.
I
do
just
love
feel
a
like they have to
Waffle House.
tell their employees it's never worth it.
Dude, I took my friend to the Waffle House for the very first time, which is crazy, right? I took Daniel Van Kirk, very funny comic. We're on the road, and I'm like, let's go to Waffle House. He's like, I've never been. I go, dude, just wait. This is everything. And so we get there, and it not only like, at first, I'm kind of hyping it up as a joke. It exceeded everything. First off, there's 2 ladies in the back, both cooking / waitressing. They're fighting, right? They're fighting with each other the whole time. And that's beautiful and very fun. And I was like, see, I told you Waffle House is great. Dinner and a show.
I love watching other people
Oh,
fight.
so good.
Couples fight. Oh God. It's
And they
so
weren't like
good.
that fighting. It was just passive aggressive, like, and that's why you got written up. And that's why, like, that shit. And we're like, okay, this is great. And then there's this other guy, very flamboyant, gay black guy, super nice. He's standing around, very talkative. He starts talking to us, and we're like, all right, cool, man. This is awesome. Nice guy. And he's excited because it's his first day as a waiter, right? He's done other, I think he was doing dishes or something before, but now they're letting him be a waiter, and he's super excited, but he's nervous, and he's just telling us all about it. And so he walks up to his table. It's not us. It's the table next to us. And he starts talking. And then all of a sudden you just see, ooh, and he collapses and he just passes out into this customer's like arms basically.
He literally
He
passed out.
passed out and everyone's like coming over and waving his ass and like, wake up, buddy, are you okay?
I thought he was being
No.
fabulous and like
No,
dramatic.
he passed out and everyone's like waving and I'm like, dude, this is not every Waffle House, but this is perfect. Like, it was awesome. It was the best Waffle House experience I've ever had in my entire life.
Is this weird? Hearing that story makes me feel patriotic.
Okay.
It just feels like
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that I was in Arkansas.
Americana.
Have you ever went into a Waffle House and been upset that it was like a nice establishment?
I went to a new Waffle House, dude, and it was confusing.
I went to a Waffle House in Hot Springs, Arkansas
Okay, that's where all the Waffle Houses are.
at 9:00 in the morning on a Saturday. And it was like the cleanest Waffle House I've ever seen. All the waiters, cooks, waitresses, everybody was like nice, good looking people, all smiling. And families were just there eating breakfast. And it was like, I felt like I was in some episode of like Black Mirror because
Well, that's because you went to 9 a.m. You got to. I went to a Waffle House recently, and the guy was like, "This is in somewhere in Louisiana." We're driving through. Because Waffle House is one of my favorite stops. You go, you get eggs, bacon,
It
and
feels
then
like you
move on.
should only go like at midnight or later.
Well, that's what he was saying. He's like, because me and Jesse Saldana, we went there for dinner after a show or something like that.
What
so
a
it was like 9.
great comic and sweet guy.
Yeah, I love that
too,
guy.
By the way, hi Jesse.
So it was like 7 or something like that. We went. Maybe it was, I can't remember. It was early enough where we're not, drunk. And so we were talking to this guy. He's like, "Yeah, I'm working a double tonight." He goes, "I'm just waiting for that crowd so I can talk to some ladies." And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Dude, you want to meet some ladies? You come to Waffle House at like 2 a.m. and this is the spot." He goes, "All the bars around here closed, so everyone just comes to Waffle House and it's popping from like 2 to 4 a.m." And I'm like, "This is absurd."
It's just him and dudes like him sitting
It sounds
around
very
for
predatory.
sure.
Yeah. He worked there. He's a sweet guy though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the
He was a
benefit of
cook
the
at
doubt.
Waffle House?
He was a waiter.
Oh,
This guy was a
okay.
waiter. Yeah.
I've never been to Waffle House. Is this it's like a Southern thing though?
Yeah.
You've never been to Waffle House. Does that surprise anybody?
It probably
Zoom in
doesn't.
on Jamie.
I'm not sure she's ever had a waffle.
I've had a waffle for sure.
I don't think you've ever been to IHOP.
So I went
Have you been to IHOP?
in Chicago. It was Original House of Pancakes, and they had a Dutch
You've
baby.
been to OHOP.
That was
Original
like-
House. That's not the same
Actually,
thing.
no, it's like it's a chain restaurant and it's a breakfast restaurant and it's
IHOP.
really good. I'm just not from the South. I don't know. Waffle House is like not really a thing up there. It's more of a Southern
Have you been
thing.
to Denny's?
Denny's I've been to, and
Okay.
what's the like shittier Denny's called? Not Village Inn.
Waffle House.
Yeah.
No, like in Arizona.
Shoney's?
I don't know.
No.
In Arizona,
Anyway.
you got me. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, Denny's. Oh, there's D's in Salt Lake City, and that's where you see wild shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
D''S. Really terrible diner. I think it's
In upstate New York, they got a late night spot. It's not breakfast, really. It kind of is. They do these things called garbage plates, and it's basically you pick a meat, you pick like hot dogs or hamburgers or cheeseburgers or sausage, and then you pick like home fries or potato salad or
This is a
whatever.
common diner thing.
And no, it's not because they just put it all in a take-home box and they just stack it on top of each other and cover it all in hot sauce. It's called a garbage plate, and it's open till like 4 a.m. All the bars close at 2, and then they literally have security guards at these places because they get so fucking wild. It's just all the drunk people coming in and they're like, "Give me the fucking garbage plate." And they're all fat because they eat this shit all the time. It's fucking gross. Not them. The food. Anyways, fat people aren't gross. Let's move to the next thing.
What do you watch late at night in bed? Walmart knife fights?
Lately, war movies.
No, I'm saying like when you're on social media or like
I
YouTube
don't-
videos or like what's
I
your
used
algorithm?
to scroll a lot. My algorithm is mostly that. No,
Big
sorry.
booty Latinas.
No. I got porn for that. Why am I filling that up with my TikTok?
Don't lie.
It's like the appetizer.
Yeah. No. My TikTok is. Let's see. I'll scroll real quick.
Oh,
'cause-
Mike, what's yours? We should all say what our algorithms are bringing up
I'll
first
tell
thing.
you.
And
Mine's
be honest. Don't lie.
Mine's definitely big booty Latinas. Like I'm just no.
How do you pull up your?
No wonder you guys like.
Mine's mostly comedy.
You go
and-
search and
Yeah.
see what pulls up.
Mine's comedy, podcast clips.
How do you
and
search?
Big booty
Oh,
Latinas.
let's do Instagram. That's the one with the right. You said
Oh,
TikTok.
yeah, you don't want to see my Instagram.
God, I'm so wholesome.
Here we go. Comedy, 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 comedy. Shoes, shoes, shoes. Comedy, comedy. Fat guy shirtless. Comedy, comedy. Funny guy. I don't know. This lady's stomach looks like a bagel. Maybe that's why it's on there. Steve Buscemi.
Ooh, good one.
Musicians. There is a hot goth chick here, but I don't think she belongs on that feed. Beach stuff. Comedy, comedy, comedy. The Office. More shoes. Food, food, food. All right, you get it. Oop, here's some cops. But usually the cop ones are usually pretty funny because the cops ones are always like, we just busted these people with weed. Got them. And then it's all the comments being like, get a real job. Fuck you guys. It cracks me up.
All right, Jamie, what's the first 10 on your feed?
That was more wholesome than I expected, to be honest. It's
told
gonna
you
it's gonna be so boring. I truly am so wholesome. It's literally, it's dog feel good story, families reuniting, dog. It's
A lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs. Groom weeping when he sees his bride coming down the aisle. I mean, it's real. It's all dogs and wholesome people.
In fairness, I think this is like what happens because
Pilates.
In fairness, you just lost a dog.
Pilates. That's true. I did.
So,
it's extra dog heavy, and
Did your husband cry when you walked down the aisle?
I was literally. We did not have a wedding. We're not traditional at all.
Happy marriage.
We just went to the courthouse. Oh, my family sucks.
Oh, wow.
I cried when my wife walked down the aisle.
Damn, dude. What about when she left?
Yeah. No, but my dog cried a lot.
Oh, damn, dude.
That was like worse.
Oh my God, what's? Oh yeah, you're husky. Oh, I gotta
all right, so
mine.
The dog was probably just worried you were gonna start having sex with him.
My Instagram feed's Theo Vaughn eating lunch with his mom.
I get a lot of him.
A McDonald's cat. Girl looking in the mirror. Walmart ad. Comedy mothership. A dog. Oh, slot machines. There's a lot of like gambling slot machines. 4 women dancing in their underwear. Comedy. Rochelle Ryan.
Don't know who that is.
Porn star. You went to the AVNs. You don't know who Rochelle Ryan is?
Nope. I've worked for the AVNs for years now, and I don't know. I know 2 porn star names. I'm not a produced porn kind of guy. Give me a
amateur.
Give me some
OnlyFans.
I want you to be like, hold on, I'm trying to set up my cell phone. I want to see that shit.
I liked the produced stuff that's made to look like amateur stuff.
Oh, come on. You know it's fake.
Like quality amateur.
I want some real amateur, dude.
Those girls deserve Oscars. The next Meryl Streep.
Let's give out some advice and get the hell out of here. Advice.
All right, I got one from a local comedian.
Uh-oh. God, if they're asking me how to get stage time, I'm going to fucking kill them.
So they want to know how to transition from an open mic comedian to getting stage time.
Oh, you fucking
oh God,
Mike just wrote this for himself. Dude.
No, I'm not gonna say who it is. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Oh, okay. Well,
first of all, I know how to get stage time.
I know. I'm just fucking around.
I don't get it, but I know how to get it.
Oh, jeez.
It's all. Every industry is the same.
Hey, we might get a new listener or something. Oh God, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I feel like we should actually do a different one. This is like.
Do we have another one by any chance?
Or we can.
I'll give him this one. Listen, I don't know who it is.
You guys are comedians.
I know. All right, yeah, we can answer this. This is easy.
I feel like other comedians would be like your target audience.
No, I don't think so.
Weirdly,
I
don't think
fans.
So. But I do think fans generally that would be interested in this podcast would be interested in comedy.
Yeah.
And it is a weird road. And whenever, like, I'm definitely still at the stage, maybe you're past this now because you've been in it longer, but I'm definitely still at the stage when anybody finds out that I do comedy, they're like, whoa, that's crazy. They think it's like the wildest thing, but I think the pathway, again, you're further along, so you should say, but it's not that complicated.
Yeah. Well,
just keep going up. And
it is. I mean, it's a thing where it is just going up all of the time and being there. It's also about being a fucking normal person and a good hang. When you first start getting shows, you're not getting them all because you're fucking hilarious, because you just started, right? No one's expecting you to be the best comic there is. No one's expecting that. If you are, great. You're probably not the one emailing me or asking me, how do I go from here to here? But when you first start, you're still learning. That's just what it is. So I think as much as comedy is important, there's a entire other social aspect and work aspect to comedy that nobody thinks about at all. Yes, funny is important, but it's not all of comedy.
It's so trite, but because it's been said a million times, but it just feels like there are so many very, very funny people that I know that if they just were a little bit more like savvy with the part you're talking about, they would get booked so much more.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And then I see much less funny people than those people getting booked much more for that very reason. So, but I do, obviously being funny helps, and it's the main thing and most important thing. I also don't think anything replaces like stage time, so like getting up and doing mics.
Getting funny, very important, but being a normal person, a normal hang, don't annoy people, don't have fucking fights with other comics, don't just be a regular person. And then on top of that, the one thing that I think comics forget more than, and then they forget, or they never even think about, they just don't do. And then they get upset and they're like, I'm not getting booked. I can't figure this out. The number one thing that they do is they don't ask. They just don't ask people to do shows.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
And that's what people forget. People think that they're just going to start comedy, and then all of a sudden bookers are just going to be like, see, you remember that guy from that one fucking joke? You know, remember that? I'm going to put him on stage. And then they're like, well, how do I get a hold of that guy? I'm going to track him down. He was so good.
He had the best dick joke I've
No,
ever
exactly.
heard.
No, that's not going to happen. It's literally just reach out there and be like, hey, I'd love to do your show sometime. Like
why not?
Yeah.
You know, why
Worst
not
case
reach out to
scenario,
someone? They say no.
They say
okay.
no, and guess what? You're in the same exact place you were.
Yeah.
So I think reaching out is something that people forget to do a hell of a lot. And I think if you just did that a little bit more, again, this could be a comic that I would never book. I have no idea who this is. So that's the funniest part.
But you don't write like 2 paragraphs. Don't waste someone's time.
No, and don't come up to a fucking person when they're drinking at the bar. And when I say that, don't come up to me when I'm drinking at the bar. I'm there having a good time. I'm not there trying to fucking plan your future in comedy.
Don't cock block Andrew.
I'm not no, I just
all right, open micers.
I promise
he's on a date.
You very rarely see me on a date out there. I have been approached one time on a date. So.
Do you ever take dates to your own bar?
No, it's very rare. I usually tell people if I'm seeing someone and they know about the bar, they're like, go to the bar. I go, can we go anywhere else? Usually, but I've taken a few, you know. Or if it's someone I've met at the bar, we might meet there for a drink.
Or your stalkers show up at the bar.
Yeah. Well, stalkers can't show up at the bar because everyone knows what they know they get kicked out. No, my stalkers, it's not like they're hot girls or anything. I have one girl stalker, and she's actually not unattractive, but. If she listens to this, she's gonna really start stalking.
Yeah, it's like you've really gotta stop right here.
But the other stalkers I have are a methy 50-year-old black guy. I got a autistic 45-year-old, I'm guessing, skinny white psycho. And then I got another guy who thinks he is the next god. So, and he just messages me asking to borrow money. And when I say no, he tells me how I'm in a lot of trouble. So, and that he's going to, in the next life, he's really going to make me regret not giving him money and splitting our business ventures together.
This is amazing.
I know. It's a real nightmare, dude. Yeah, but that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I guess that's advice.
Can I ask if you ever met anybody who's an amazing writer who's super, super funny, but like terrible delivery? Like their jokes are really good, but they just are so awkward or unlikable.
I think so. probably. I'm not going to name them by name, but but I've definitely met people where I'm like, you're funny, but you have no idea how to talk on stage.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's part of it too. Like I said, being funny is a lot less. Comedy is a lot less about just being funny than people would think. That's what I meant to say.
It's a little like sad, and it's a little like takes away from the magic and like glistening of it. But I think you're 100% spot on.
Yeah.
But again, listen to Andrew.
Listen to me, people. I'm an idiot. Jamie, what do you got? We got anything? Mike, do you got any shows or anything? Let's start with you. Plug your socials and stuff. You got a pod. Listen to Mike's pod.
Listen to Mike's pod.
My podcast is the Jobu Houston podcast. It's on my YouTube channel, which is at BuddhaLove798, and Buddha spelled Buda.
Nice. Any shows or anything?
No.
Not yet.
No.
We're gonna fix that.
Now
that he knows.
I don't. No, it was my roommate that asked that, actually.
I don't know who your roommate is.
He's a comedian. He goes by Rick the Dick.
Oh, I've only known that because of your posts. I have no idea who he is. Never met him before. But maybe we'll meet Rick the Dick one day. Jamie, what do you got?
At the Jamie Rowan on Instagram. Just like I said last year, I will probably update my website, jamierowancomedy.com. Follow at the Mess Hall Pod.
Sweet.
Always update it.
And then I am at No Youngblood. You got it right here now. Pretty nice. Yeah. Look at that. At No Youngblood. My special comes out March 28th on Mark Norman's YouTube. And I'll be all over doing podcasts and doing that shit. And then the week this comes out, so February 11th and 12th. Is that Friday, Saturday? 11, 12? Does that sound right?
Next
Friday,
yes,
this Friday, Saturday, February 11th and 12th. 11th, I'll be in San Antonio with opening for Mark Norman, so come out to that. And then Houston, we're trying to sell this one out so we can maybe do some special little shows.
I heard about that last night.
So that being said, please get your tickets to Mark Norman at Jones Hall or Cullen Hall. Cullen, yeah, there we are. Cullen.
Cullen Performance
I'll be there
Hall.
though. I'll be opening for him for doing 30 minutes up front of half new material, half old material. So if you haven't seen me, it's going to be a mixed bag. I'm really working on putting together a new hour for the road when the special comes out March 28th. Please check it out. And other than that, we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.